like to wander outside. No telling what we might find. Birds calling, worms crawling, leaves falling down from above. Oh, I plant my feet on the ground. I keep my head in the clouds. I let my feelings out loud. I hear joy calling, fear crawling, tears falling down out of love.
Hi friends, happy Wonder Wednesday. Be sure to stick around to the end of this episode so you can hear more about my giveaway of this yoga game called YUGO. Let's start off with the zones check-in. Here is my zone chart with all the different color zones that you may be finding yourself in. The blue zone means you are feeling maybe a little tired or a little sad this morning, moving slowly. The green zone means you're feeling really comfortable, maybe even confident and extra focused. The yellow zone means you're feeling a little worried or uncomfortable. And the red zone means you are feeling out of control. Maybe you're having really big feelings and you're not sure what to do with them or where to put them. So take a minute and check in with your zone. I'm going to do the same. I like to close my eyes and listen to my body while I check in with myself. If my body feels like it's really tired or moving slowly, then I know I'm in the blue zone. If I feel pretty comfortable, I'm in the green zone. And if I feel a little jittery or kind of shaky, I'm in the yellow zone. And like I said, if I feel really outside of myself, lots of big body movements, I'm probably in the red zone. Right now, I feel in the green zone. I feel pretty peaceful, pretty calm, and I'm looking over at my feelings chart, and I'm noticing that one of those feelings is there. Do you see the one I said? Peaceful and calm. Yeah. What zone are you in? And what are you feeling right now? Thanks for taking the time to think about that and for sharing it with me. I think it's really helpful when we start by identifying our feelings so then we know what we need to do. A lot of the mindful moments that we practice, usually at the end of my episodes, are great tools we can use if we feel like we need to get back in control or move closer to the green zone at any time during the day. So you can remember those and practice them whenever you need. Right now, let's check in with our date so we can get moving. Our date today is 9/22/21. And another way to say that, you might remember, the 9th month in our year is September. Today is the 22nd day, and our year is 2021. But we are not going to do 2021 exercises. We'd be here a very long time. Instead, I shortened it to 21. So let's start by doing 9 moves. How about we do some head rolls? Let's roll our head in either direction, or you can switch 9 times. What I like about head rolls is you can do them sitting or standing, whatever's comfortable. Let's do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe you got a little dizzy like I did. If you need a moment to get back in control or straighten out your brain, that's fine. Then we have 22 moves to do. Oh, Fig, I'm sorry. We didn't check in with you. Let's see, what move do you guess Fig is doing? Looks like their body is a little twisted, would you say? Do you have any guesses? Oh, okay. Yeah, twists. why don't we do 22 twists? That's fun to say. It's an alliteration. 22 twists. Now, you can do these sitting or standing, again, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to do 22 sitting twists today. Let's get counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, thanks, Big. That felt nice. Finally, we have 21 moves. I like that we rolled our head and we twisted our body. How about we loosen up our shoulders as well? Let's do 21 shoulder rolls. Similar to our head rolls, you can do this in either direction, or you can take turns. Go forward once and then backwards, whatever feels good. Let's do 21 shoulder rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Awesome job. If you'd like to cool down and take some breaths, you can listen for my bell and breathe in a big breath as you hear it, and then slowly let it out. I'm going to do 3 breaths myself. Feel free to join me. One more. I hope you're feeling settled and ready to go. I mentioned earlier that it's a Wonder Wednesday, and you friends may know already, I like to write down my wonders. So let's open up my journal here and see what our message is today. As always, scoot in nice and close so you can see my message and spot any alliterations today. It says, Dear fantastic friends, I'm wondering what one wonderful thing you love most about you. Is it your eyes that can spot small bugs crawling on the sidewalk? Is it your legs that can carry you around the playground? Is it your hands that can paint pictures of your favorite things? Think for a moment about what you like most about you and why it's so special. We're going to talk today about ourselves and why we're wildly wonderful, each and every one of us. Love, Mrs. A. Before we talk about why we are wildly wonderful, see if you can spot any alliterations. As a reminder, an alliteration is when there are words next to each other or really close by that start with the same letters or the same sound. Maybe you're working to identify some letters right now. Maybe you're practicing reading some words. Whatever step you're on, you can spot some awesome alliterations. Sometimes there's even more than 2 words next to each other that start with the same letter or sound. Did you find any? Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about what makes us so wildly wonderful. Do you remember on Monday, my last episode, when we talked about ways that we are all alike and we are all different? Some ways that we're all alike is that we're all human, we all eat food, we all like to play. And some ways that we're different, we don't all look the same. We might not like the same foods or enjoy playing the same way. Another way that we might be different is that our bodies work differently. In my message, I heard about eyes that can spot small bugs, but some friends have eyes that work differently. Some friends have trouble seeing small things, or can't see with their eyes at all. We also heard about our legs that might carry us to the playground. Some friends have different abilities. Some friends use a wheelchair or use different types of walkers or tools to help them. So lots of ways we are the same, but lots of ways we might be different as well. What I love about all of our similarities and all of our differences is that each of us is unique, and that means we're special in our own way. And so I want you to think about what makes you so wonderful. Maybe it is your eyes that spot those beautiful things. Maybe it is your legs that carry you, or your ears that get to listen to beautiful music. I have some books to help us think more about this. Let's check them out. This first book that I have is actually a book that I do not own and I couldn't get at my library. So I printed out a picture of the cover to show you because I think it is such an incredible and beautiful book that even though I don't own it right now, I would really like you to look into it. It is called The Best Part of Me, and it is by Wendy Ewald. And it says, children talk about their bodies in pictures and in words. And I think this book is so special because it has different examples of poems written by kids talking about all of the wonderful parts of them. And each poet, each child that wrote a poem, picked one thing, one part of their body. And I really like how each different part and each different poem makes me realize that, wow, each part is so special and important, but each of us have different favorites, and like I mentioned, different abilities. The other book I wanted to share with you is called I Am Enough, and it's by Grace Byers, with pictures by Keturah A. Bobo. And I think this book is another beautiful example because it talks about our whole entire bodies and minds and all the ways that we are enough. All of the power that we have just in our one person, and all of the wonderful parts of us that are strong and soft and clever and creative and kind. And so that is another really beautiful book I would suggest you check out. And last but not least is this book that I have here, another favorite of mine, called I Like Myself. And this book, I Like Myself, is by Karen Beaumont, illustrated by David Catro. And I just wanted to share a couple special pages with you because this book inspired me to write part of a poem that I also share on Patreon if you'd like to check that out. So here are just a couple of pages that I think are really special. I like myself. I like me wild. I like me tame. I like me different and the same. Inside, outside, upside down, from head to toe and all around. I like it all. It all is me, and me is all I want to be. No matter if they stop and stare, no person ever, anywhere, can make me feel that what they see is all there really is to me. So it sounds like this character is saying they like themselves, they like who they are, wild or tame and everything in between. But if someone stops and stares at them, they know that there's much more to them than one person can see. And I think that's a pretty beautiful message. And as I mentioned, that book inspired me to write a poem that I want to share with you. The poem is incomplete. You would have to fill it in with the parts that are wonderful about you, what you like most about yourself. And these books may inspire you if you'd like to check them out. The poem has two parts. It has a part where you are challenged to figure out what words to fill in, and a part where there are some suggestions if you're feeling stumped. It says, I like myself. I'm really quite great. I like my body part. I like my nose and my body part. Feet. I like me when I feel Ooh, a feelings word. I like me when I feel determined and when I, action word. And when I run or, another action word, shout or, another action word, dance. So you get the idea, I hope, but this is a start of a poem if you'd like to complete it. And then there's a place for a portrait where you get to draw yourself. And that is one of the resources that I've created inspired by one of these books. If you or your grown-ups would like to check out my Patreon, that's one of the September resources that you could get, as well as many other wonderful things. So I hope you are feeling inspired to write some poetry or draw a portrait, or even just look at yourself and think, what is the most wonderful part of me, the best part of me? And think about why. I really want to encourage you to come up with the reason that you think that part is so important. Now, before we say goodbye, let's take a mindful moment. And today, I thought we could do some mindful looking. So we're going to use our eyes, and we are going to see what we are grateful for. So I'd like you to look around your space and notice things or people that you feel grateful or thankful for. And I want you to think, what about them makes you grateful? We'll do this for 1 minute, and then you can tell me some of the things that you're grateful for, and I'll share some of the things I notice as well. Let's take 1 minute to do some mindful looking. Thanks for taking that mindful minute. I know it may have been tricky to just look quietly for a whole minute, so I'm really glad you gave it a try, even if you didn't last the whole minute. What are some things that you noticed just from looking? What is something you're grateful for? Me too. I noticed books that I have nearby. I'm really grateful for books because I get to look at the beautiful illustrations or pictures and hear the words, and I also get to think about other people's stories and lives and experiences. I also get to learn a lot. I'm really grateful for books. What else? Oh, grateful for your family. Or a fuzzy friend. I was grateful for a soft blanket that I saw. They helped me feel cozy and keep me warm. Thanks for taking that mindful moment with me. Friends, I want to remind you about another thing I'm grateful for, and that is games and yoga. And maybe you like games, maybe you like yoga, maybe you're just curious and you want to learn more. This game, YUGO, is a card game for your whole family, for a bunch of friends if you'd like to get together. And it is a really wonderful way to practice yoga and to get comfortable with our bodies and all the different ways they can move and twist, and to really just have fun and enjoy a time of moving around and being a little silly. So if you'd like to enter to win one of the 2 copies I have, please tell your grown-ups to follow me on Instagram and make sure that you are subscribed so you can see the winner when I announce it the 1st of next month. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope you make it a great day. Sending you off with a wave, a hug if you want one, and some love if you'd like it. See you next time, friends.